Gina from Haunted Flower, and this week I'd like to try and save you some money and prevent you from seeing Cop Out. Oh, how the mighty have fallen! Kevin Smith, what has happened to you? Granted, he's directing someone else's script, but it seems obvious to me that while he did add in some of his own specific brand of humor, it really wasn't enough to keep this film in one consistent tone. It's a really weak story, and the jokes are very few and far between. Cop Out was written by Rob and Mark Cullen and was directed by the once very popular Kevin Smith. No wonder I've heard more about Kevin Smith being kicked off a plane than this movie. In this cop buddy movie, Jimmy is played by Bruce Willis and Paul is played by Tracy Morgan, and they go up against a Mexican drug lord. Jimmy needs to get his stolen baseball card back to be able to pay for his daughter's wedding because he's too proud to let his ex's new husband Jason Lee pay for the whole thing. That's the biggest slap in the face to me. In this economy, you're telling me that one of the major conflicts of this film is that someone has too much money and the other person has too much pride to accept any help with it? Tracy Morgan is so over the top in every situation, it is not in any way believable for him to be a cop, or a security guard, or anything except for the petulant child of an actor that he plays on 30 Rock. All I saw in this movie was Tracy Morgan / Jordan pretending to be a cop and blowing up every situation ridiculously out of proportion. He has some jokes here and there, but actually being this character doesn't work. Bruce Willis's character says it best in the very first scene when he tells Tracy Morgan, "You can't act." Bruce Willis has this small little smug smile on his face for the whole film. Why? Because I think he knows it's a joke. I don't think he really knows how to deal with his sidekick, and he must sense that the movie's gone south in a bad way because he just kind of keeps his head down and gets through it somehow. You know how in movies sometimes there are scenes where two characters are talking at the same time and they're both coherent and they're talking at each other and then one of them will say something important that makes them both stop? Well, it's really hard to do as an actor, if you've ever tried it, to be able to get out your lines, have conviction, and listen to the other person so that the scene makes sense and the timing is right. One of the very first scenes is Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan trying to have such a scene, and it is a train wreck. It just sounds like an engine that's stalled. There's no rhythm to it. They're both just kind of trying to say their lines in the little windows of opportunity. They're not listening to each other at all. It was just so awful. They're really not good with their chemistry. It's really so-so. Seann William Scott contributes with repeating everything someone's saying while they're saying it and knock-knock jokes. It's old school, but it's the funniest stuff in the film. Isn't that kind of sad? He's really got such a small part. He's like a parkour robber, third wheel type of guy. Kevin Pollak and Adam Brody show up as a rival cop buddy pair, and they dress well and wear nice boots and try to find a way to get Paul and Jimmy in trouble, and their plot really doesn't make any sense at all. Please don't waste your money here. The timing is off. You might laugh a few times, but when you leave, you'll want that 2 hours of your life back when you could have been watching a good Kevin Smith movie. Or better yet, a Die Hard movie. You'll have all the one-liners you'll ever need.
Check out our other movie reviews at hauntedflower.com, your place for fantastic apparel, action figures, and collectibles. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, fan our Facebook page, or add us as a friend on MySpace or Rotten Tomatoes. If you're local to the Indianapolis area, visit indiemojo.com for details on how you can win free screening passes.
Kevin Smith has a problem with trying to use every take, every funny take, instead of being selective. Here's an example of a running joke that goes on too long. I could have picked one of these jokes, but I'm going to show you all of these jokes and continue the scene longer than you need. This movie will not make you rock out with your cop out. Knock knock. Who's there? Cop. Cop who? Get the cop out of here. Cop out. Is cop in or out? Harley thinks cop is out. Cop is out my life. Cop is out of my life. For those who like the musical Rent, do not cop out tonight. Cop out of my theater. Don't go in my DVD player. See, one of these jokes could have sufficed, but I've shown them all to you. Join me next time. I'm gonna go see the Crazies instead today. Wah.